Hey, what's up, everybody? Good afternoon. What's good in the neighborhood? I am your guy, the sports judge. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about Kevin Durant. And I know most of you are probably saying, Kevin Durant, not him again. Why are we talking about Kevin Durant? His team has been eliminated, so why are you talking about him? Why is his name still relevant? And what's the story? Well, KD is always an interesting person. Lots of discussion on him being unhappy in Phoenix. I watched some of First Take yesterday, and Stephen A. Smith affirmed that KD is unhappy in Phoenix. Look, it's time to break up this core because they have 207 million in salaries committed for next season, 216 million in 2025 2026. No control of their first round picks over the next 7 seasons, just two second rounders over that span. So I'm with Stephen A. Smith. On a rare occasion when I turn on First Take, which sometimes I don't mind listening to Smith, now there's times he does get on my nerves that I just can't put up with him. But sometimes I just don't have time, or I just catch the clips later. And yesterday I just so happened to tune in to his show for a bit. Smith was on there talking um, about the Suns and basically saying what the Suns need to do. Basically saying Kevin Durant in Phoenix is a problem and that changes need to be made. Smith says the Suns have to disband this group and must trade Kevin Durant. The thing with KD is that expectations are too high considering everything he's accomplished. And when you're widely regarded as the world's best player or a top 10 player in some people's eyes, then you can rest assured that you will be scrutinized or talked about in a negative way if you can't get it done. And once again, Kevin Durant couldn't get it done. He couldn't take lead. What we've seen so far from him is not anything at the championship level. And what I think of him is a guy who can't elevate those around him. KD is good. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, not denying that. Nevertheless, I can't trust him to lead a team on his own. I don't expect him to carry a team without at least two top level superstars, though he can take over games at times. He has his moments, but obviously everything has gone wrong with him since he departed the Bay Area, where he enjoyed most of his success, obviously playing alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I just want to stress even further that this was a perfect example, given what transpired in Phoenix this season, that he's not built to lead. Even with a stacked roster in a big city on a winning team in Phoenix, apparently he wasn't happy. That's the rumor now, that he's not happy. And now he's been accused of being a major problem in Phoenix. You know, you've heard stories like he's a coach killer, he gets coaches fired, he can't win without Curry. If the rumors are true, he apparently wants out of Phoenix. I believe, I believe it because this is a guy who likes to bounce around the league more than an actual basketball. When the going gets tough, he can't sit his butt still. All of that is to say that history would tell us that he's done in Phoenix. The easier pathway to him being a champion again won't be with Phoenix, but with another NBA franchise, an NBA franchise already loaded, where he can potentially win another championship ring. And there has been a lot of speculation that he can join the Lakers. Kendrick Perkins, I believe it was Kendrick Perkins, if I'm right, said he would like to see him in Miami. We're talking about a man who is doing everything to hurt his legacy. So he has to make a decision of how or where he wants to go to elevate his legacy. This is a bad look for KD. I said that before. This is really, really a bad look for him. This makes him look like a title chaser, a basketball mercenary. You're that miserable to where you have to run from your problems every time something goes wrong and then get a coach fired in the process because there's this weird belief nationally that he gets coaches fired. All of the things said about KD is what people already thought. You know, it's nothing we haven't heard before. And while he might make another team attractive, which he would, at least a playoff contender, I don't know that his presence moved the needle. You can't trust him. Again, this man can tap out at any time. You can't count on him to take charge because, for one, he's too damn emotional. Secondly, he comes off as being soft. You have a lot of that these days in today's game. Softies. It's the softest era of the NBA. It's a watered down league now. The inability to find happiness or lead a team to the promised land serve as a reminder for NBA teams to stay away from KD. Far, far away from KD. If I'm the Lakers, I'm not touching this guy. No way am I touching this guy. I'm not that desperate. I'm not that much in need of a superstar. And I honestly don't think Heat GM Pat Riley will touch this guy because he's old school and he's not going to put up with an untrustworthy, soft, emotional player like KD. Seriously, the only thing that matters to KD is just playing ball on a team where he doesn't have any responsibility. He doesn't want the responsibility. And I like KD, but do you really think he wants to be a leader? No. It's not who he is. I understand he's an introvert. He keeps to himself. I do think the Suns will trade him because there is still value, and somebody will be desperate enough to give up valuable assets to get him. A team like the Lakers. They try to get any and everybody. We know how the Lakers run their business. Speculating off what we've heard, I wonder if the Lakers will trade for him. I hope they don't, because he's not going to just magically appear and make them a title contender. That's not happening. So get that out of your head right now. LeBron James, KD, and AD, no thanks. No thanks. I wouldn't be willing to explore a deal like that. It makes absolutely no sense. And to me, the goal is to surround Anthony Davis with the best pieces possible around him. In order to do that, you have to get younger. Trade for a premier guard, a true point guard, and add more size and length on the perimeter and find a capable big man to complement AD's game. Gotta play bigger, but in order to play bigger, you gotta get bigger. KD doesn't solve all your problems if you're the Lakers. But knowing the Lakers, they'll probably acquire him in the trade. They'll give up, Austin Reeves or somebody like that to land a guy like KD. I'm telling you, he's not the answer. Add him, and now you got the Phoenix Suns 2.0 in LA because you have no bench, and now you have, superstars with names, but then you're not getting the level of production needed from the big three. One thing about Kevin Durant, he'll never take accountability. Take ownership. Just take ownership for once. It's not like he will, because he doesn't. It's like a kid that leaves a mess in the classroom and says, I didn't make a mess. I'm going to blame someone else for it. The one reason I can see him going someplace else is just to make it known that he can't stay in one place when his team falls short of winning. How can I trust someone who said when he played in Brooklyn that he didn't even need a coach. It wouldn't be a stretch to say the Suns are just as much to blame as KD. And after all, they traded for KD when they knew that this guy can flake out on them, when they knew how he was in Brooklyn, and when they knew he could check out both mentally and physically at any time. So I'm placing the blame on the organization. It was the owner who blew up the team to form this unsuccessful super team, if that's what you want to call it, that featured KD. Players have more influence while coaches are saddled with unrealistic expectations. Funny how Vogel only got one season in Phoenix and then gets fired. On a loaded team where KD couldn't even get out of the first round with this group, Durant goes another year without winning anything. If he leaves, the Suns are the ones most likely to benefit. They don't have enough to win it all and not enough resources to get over the hump. So what you do is dump salary and try to retool around Booker. Say bye to Durant, who didn't really belong here in the first place, who you really shouldn't have traded for in the first place. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. It's been nice chatting with you guys, but I got to check out now. We'll talk very soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. See you guys next time.